How do you know if you're really winning? If you never check the score. You can work hard, stay busy. You can even feel productive. But without a scoreboard, effort doesn't equal progress, and motion doesn't guarantee momentum. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Living the Laws. I'm Larry Law Sr., and this is another edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. Whether you're joining us live or catching the replay, I'm glad you're here. This is your midweek reset, a place where leaders like you come. You come to recharge, refocus, and rise in your leadership journey. And as we get started, I would like to reflect on a question. What kind of leader are you? What kind of leader are you becoming? If you have never taken the time to assess your leadership strengths and blind spots, I've created a leadership assessment designed to give you clarity. At any point during this session, simply comment leadership, and we'll send you the link. On today's video, we're diving into the law of the scoreboard, one of the most practical yet often overlooked laws of teamwork. John Maxwell says a team can make adjustments when it knows where it stands. Every game has rules. Every mission has objectives. Every organization has a definition of winning. And whether that win is measured in points, profits, people served, or lives changed, there's always a scoreboard. Teams don't fail because they don't work hard. They fail because they don't measure. Honestly, I'm going to share with you 5 essentials of the scoreboard. Number 1, the scoreboard is essential in understanding. The scoreboard gives you a snapshot of a reality. It tells you not how busy you are, but how effective you are. And leadership activity can be deceptive. You can hold meetings, send emails, and host events, but still miss the mark. Without a scoreboard, leaders confuse motion with progress. During my military career, especially in high-tempo environments, we never assumed success. We measured everything: readiness levels, training outcomes, personal strengths. Why? Because assumptions can cost lives. And visibility requires measurement. If you don't know where you stand, you don't know where to lead. Number 2, the scoreboard is essential in evaluating. Personal growth always begins with evaluation. Growth equals change, but not all change is progress. To grow in the right direction, leaders must evaluate themselves and their teams. That's why the scoreboard provides feedback without emotions. Competing without a scoreboard is like playing soccer without a goal. You can run hard, but you don't know if you're winning. Early on in my military career, as the leader, you received a formal evaluation every 90 days, and then an annual review and evaluation. You always knew where you stood. Those evaluations were scored. They was used to influence promotion, assignments, and leadership opportunities. But more importantly, they showed you where to grow. The evaluation wasn't personal, it was professional. It was the scoreboard, and it helped leaders adjust, improve, and prepare for the next level. Number 3, the scoreboard is essential to decision making. Once you understand and evaluate, and only then can you decide. Leaders don't fail because they make bad decisions. They fail because they make decisions without data. Think about the Super Bowl. In the first half and the third quarter, the defense was aggressive. They applied pressure, attacking the quarterback. But in the fourth quarter, something changed. Why? Because the scoreboard changed. With a solid lead, the coaching staff, they shifted into a prevent defense. Not because they were afraid, not because they lacked confidence, but because the scoreboard informed the strategy. When you're ahead, your objective change. When you don't need a risky blitz, you need clock management. You need protection against quick scores. The decision wasn't emotional, it was calculated. The scoreboard shaped the call. Leadership works the same way. When you know where you stand, you adjust your strategy accordingly. The scoreboard makes the difference between guessing and leading. Number 4, the scoreboard is essential to adjusting. Winning isn't about massive change, it's about small adjustments. The higher the level of competition, the smaller the margin of error. Elite teams don't overhaul everything, they tweak, they refine, they adjust. In my nonprofit journey, growth didn't come from dramatic intervention. It came from incremental improvements, better systems, stronger training. The scoreboard told us where to adjust. Adjustment is not weakness, it is wisdom. And finally, number 5, it's essential to winning because winning is about the scoreboard, not in leadership, not in life. Winning requires awareness, and awareness requires measurement. Teams that refuse to look at the scoreboard don't protect morale, they sabotage results. Truth is, you can't manage what you don't measure. On the chessboard is your material count. If you're up on your opponent's pieces, you're ahead. And when you're ahead, it's to your advantage to trade pieces. Why? Because exchanges simplify your position. And when you're winning, it brings it closer to the victory. But here's the key you must know. Sometimes you're not ahead prior to the sequence of moves. So you calculate. You look at the sequence of exchanges and ask, after this sequence of events, where will I stand? If at the end of the transactions, you're up by material, you make the move. You make the move with confidence. The scoreboard doesn't just tell you where you are now. It tells you where you'll be after the exchange. Leadership works the same way. When you know your score, you make better decisions. When you know your score, and when you know your score, you can make moves with confidence. There's no accidental wins in leadership. Every move has consequences. So here's the question I'll leave with you here today. What is your scoreboard? Are you measuring what matters? Are you just moving without confidence? Are you moving with effort? Are effortless less? Because the team that check the score grows. The team that ignore drift. Until next time, stay wise, stay disciplined, and stay intentional. When preparation meets purpose, opportunity has no choice but to follow. If today's message resonates with you, your next step is clarity. I invite you to take my leadership assessment. It will help you identify where you are as a leader, uncover your strengths, and reveal your next move. Simply comment leadership, and we'll send a link to you right away. Keep living the laws. I'm Larry Laws, challenging you to keep or to think before you move and to make your next move your best move.